The Nelspruit Magistrate Court in Mpumalanga has postponed the case against 4 men accused of raping and killing Hillary Gardee to next Friday. Sipho Mkhatshwa, Philemon Lukhele, Mduduzi, Gama and Rassie, Nkune are facing charges that include kidnapping, murder, rape, defeating the ends of justice and conspiracy to commit murder. The case against Corey Pretorius has been postponed to the 23rd of September for a guilty plea. Cornelius, who is accused of assaulting a 16-year-old teenage boy from Groblersdal in June. Earlier this week, Cornelius was granted 20,000 rand bail by the Polokwane High Court. He's been held in custody at the Witbank Correctional Service since his arrest.
Yes, indeed. We are here at the Groblersdal Magistrates Court where the matter against the 49-year-old Cornelius or Corey Pretorius has been postponed to the 23rd of September. We understand that this is so that, the state as well, or rather prosecution as well as the defense can reach a plea agreement. We understand that he is going to be pleading guilty in terms of, we know that the charges that he does face is that charge of pointing of a firearm as well as assault with intention to cause grievous bodily harm. What we haven't yet established is which of the two charges is he going to plead guilty on. Is it both of the charges or is it one of the charges? You'd remember that, Cornelius became somewhat of a talking point in this particular community when a video where he could be seen assaulting that 16-year-old boy at the local fish and chips shop at a place not so far from here, actually. It's called the Game Center, where, that video went viral on the evening of the 15th of June into the early hours of the 16th of June, where he was later arrested. He had been incarcerated at the Witbank Correctional Services. This was up until this Tuesday, where he approached the Polokwane High Court. We understand that there he got a 20,000 rand bail. Part of the conditions was that he would have to report fortnightly at the Marble Hall Magistrates Court. When we came here, over the weeks coming here, in fact, over the months, it was quite emotional scenes that you would see outside the court. Quite a lot of support, I suppose, for the family of the victim in terms of your political parties, but also just the community at large. But I also understand that, the bail that Cornelius got this week was not really necessarily popular. I would remember that, people that had been outside here at court, they were saying that they were not, they did not want him to get bail. We did speak to some of the political leaders here saying that they didn't want to see him getting bail, that they wanted court to come out strong against the behavior of Cornelius, saying this is unacceptable. We'd also heard some residents here speaking about some of the racist undertones that exist within the Groblersdal town as well as the Marble Hall town. If you know the area, it's the two towns are not too far apart from each other. These are farming communities. But maybe let me just bring in the ANC regional person to just tell us about how they feel about today's how things went in court today. Thank you so much for talking to us. And can you just tell us, how do you feel about what happened here, what transpired today? In fact, this whole week, from the bail, first the postponement, then the bail, and we're at another postponement today.
Yeah, I think we have got mixed feelings, I must say, because first and foremost, we really opposed the fact that Corey must get a bail, and we were very disappointed that he was given a bail by the High Court. Even though we would not necessarily contest it, I think it's something we can just accept because it's within his right to make an appeal. But to be honest, we're very disappointed, and we're hoping that we still have got a very strong case. He's just out for now, but he will go back to jail because the sentence will surely come against him. There's nothing he can do to avert the same case. We've got a very strong one, and he's aware that he's going to go back to the jail.
And when you spoke to the people here today, I heard you addressing them earlier on. How did they take the news? I also heard you making that plea to say that we need to respect that he also has rights as a citizen in this country. But irrespective of that, are you going to be here again on the 23rd?
True that, because to be honest, the community is disappointed. Everybody is disappointed, including ourselves as the organization. We are very much disappointed. But what we can say is that we'll still be able to be side by side with the family to ensure that this case comes to its logical conclusion and this Gori gets what he deserves. Because to be honest, it's something we are condemning as the African National Congress. Knowing our history in South Africa, we are very much disappointed, and we are hoping that everybody in this country must be able to learn from this case and understand that racism is not allowed in South Africa.
Thank you so much. You've heard there, that was the regional spokesperson here in Sekhukhune for the ANC, just saying that while they are disappointed with the outcomes, the bail that was granted to Mr. Pretorius earlier on this week, but saying that they are going to be here with the family, that they take comfort in the fact that they're hoping that in terms of the sentencing, he will get that which he deserves. But they are going to continue being here. As I said, we will be back here again on the 23rd of September, hopefully to get that plea agreement, to see if the prosecution as well as the defense have agreed on some sort of way forward as to how this case will eventually, I suppose, be wrapped up. But we'll continue attending here. We will be back on the 23rd of September just to continue following that case.